Daphnique Springs, and you are listening to this episode of My Logic. I have two very wonderful guests today. First and foremost, I have Mr. Sean Larkins.
Oh, what up, though?
Writer on the Neighborhood, stand-up comedian.
Actor,
touring all across the country.
all across the country. I was across the world, but I lost my passport, so.
Already?
Yeah, it's
What happened
crazy.
to the passport?
I have no damn clue. I got to get another one.
That's a damn shame.
Damn shame.
He a local ass nigga.
Nah, I'm local.
Laugh.
Local ass nigga.
Next up, we have the very beautiful Miss Angel Gaines in the house.
Hello, everyone. That's right. Miss Angel Gaines is here.
You might have seen her comedy special that she just shot last year in Montreal on the LOL network.
Yes, it
How
was
was Montreal?
amazing. Oh, I loved it. I just wish I went with more money. I didn't have enough money to really enjoy myself. Remember, you were there.
Money
too,
didn't
Daphne.
transfer over?
Girl,
Well,
let me tell you something. I was in there packing up all that free food from that Netflix party we went to.
Okay.
So I had those sandwiches for breakfast.
Because y'all know white people don't eat.
Girl.
I'm just joking. Thank you for coming in with us today. Today is a gloomy day too, isn't
A
it?
little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's bright in my heart.
Ooh, and my
Oh.
heart is a little gloomy. I ain't even
Oh.
gonna
Take some of my energy and brighten up.
Okay, thank you. Ooh, I didn't feel it. I had a wall up and it was blocked. Today's topic is, what are your relationship deal breakers? When you're in a relationship, what are your deal breakers? First of all, my deal breakers are inconsistency. I noticed that nowadays, a lot of people tend to be very inconsistent. And I think it's mostly because of social media and because there's so many options, dating apps and websites and networks and all this kind of stuff. Whereas back in the day, when a man, all he had was a house phone, he had to be more consistent because he had to be home to answer that damn house phone. Nowadays, with all these options, you can have a relationship with somebody all the way in Africa. You can have a relationship with somebody in London. That's how it works with technology nowadays. And I think it's creating a bridge of inconsistency in relationships. And that's
Technology, which is supposed to help become more consistent, is actually creating more inconsistencies, is what you're saying.
is absolutely what I'm saying.
Wow.
But you just rephrased it in a whole different way that made more sense, but it was beautiful.
That's a writer.
Yeah.
That's a writer.
That's a writer right there.
Yeah, look at him trying to get a plug. I'm a writer. Yes, make sure you hire me,
Please.
John Larkins, on all social media. I would say inconsistency is my biggest thing. Because when you first decide to go out with somebody, you already know whether or not you're attracted to that person, if you kind of have a little chemistry, if you like them or whatever. But over time, I noticed that people tend to be a lot more inconsistent than when I was first started dating. Like, people were a lot more consistent. Like, somebody called you, they said they was gonna call you, they send you a text message on your sidekick, your T-Mobile sidekick. Y'all remember that? Remember you flipped that up, it looked like a little video game controller, but you was texting.
2 ways.
Yeah.
2 ways. So inconsistency, that's a deal breaker? Like
That's a deal
how
breaker.
many?
I can even deal with cheating. At this point, I'm
Wow.
okay
As
with
long
a
as he's
little
consistent
cheating.
with the cheat.
And no, not consistent with the cheating. Please be inconsistent with your cheating, but consistent with your love.
All right.
How about that?
Yeah, it is.
But I could deal with a little cheating, but inconsistency
You
is
can
just,
deal with a little cheat.
I can deal with a little.
It's like I can deal with a little
know.
rat poison as long as it don't kill me. That's
Right. I disagree a tad bit. I think that inconsistency is basically judging what you expect someone else to do. So I say allow someone to show you how they love, and then you choose to stay or not or participate.
Now
But
you got me thinking I should give niggas now chances.
Because you don't get to choose how a man courts you. You don't get to choose that. And what is inconsistent to you may be perfectly consistent to someone else.
Damn it. I like this.
Oh my gosh, she done hit me with the heavy hitter
I'm just
today. I
trying
didn't
to
want to hear
see.
this truth.
In other words,
Angel Gaines with the goddamn truth today. I don't want to hear the truth. I want to have walls up to the damn truth.
in other words,
Now you got a whole sledgehammer knocking down the walls of lies and deceit. I don't
Daphne,
like it.
How long you know me? You know me.
I know you. This she is the most fairest person in the world, goddammit. She should have been an attorney or judge or something to really shape and change people's lives. Because when I tell you she gonna give you the best of both sides, listen. But you what in a relationship should I have
You
someone
stuttering.
match what I want?
No. because that's called narcissism.
Ooh.
That means you want to date yourself.
Ooh.
So if you want to go find
Is
another
there a mirror in here? I
Daphnique,
can hold a mirror up to your face right
that's
now.
called narcissism. Narcissism is when you want to be cherished and respected at the same time.
You need your own show.
Oh my God! So you're saying that I want to be cherished and respected, but this man isn't cherishing me or respecting me
The way
because
you
I'm
feel like you
the way
feel.
I feel like I deserve, because I'm dating someone right now, and I feel like he's a bit inconsistent. You know, like he'll say, "Oh, I'm gonna call you later," and then I don't hear from him till the next day. Next day.
But you know, my mother says the same thing. She's like, I said, Mom, I'll hit you later. I'm like, that don't mean I'm gonna call you. That just means I'm gonna call you later. My mother be like, you didn't call me back yesterday. I said I'm gonna call you later. And you sound like my mom right now, the way she be like,
And
okay.
your mama single?
Yeah, but that's
I don't want to be single.
So, well, then you need to like be a little bit more open to having an experience with someone versus judging their actions. Have the experience.
So what's the experience? So if I'm around someone and I feel like, oh, this person isn't, you know, sometimes you don't have a whole lot in common. You don't have nothing to talk about. You're just experiencing each other. So you think I'm being a narcissist because I want someone to like be respectful and call when you say you're going to call and do what you say you're going to do.
I'm saying you're being a narcissist because you're not vulnerable. You just said, sometimes we don't have anything in common. You've already laid it out. You haven't been open to the experience. So what, y'all don't have something in common? That's great. Learn his world. Learn his life.
What if somebody's so busy and they're not letting you into their world?
So then they didn't choose you. So why are you choosing
you make
them?
time for things you want to make time for.
They didn't choose you. And a lot of times women make this classic mistake now with dating is there are so many signs when a man has not chosen you, but you are waiting and trying to manipulate and control it in a way that you don't want to feel that rejection or that ego, you know, go down. And so it's like, wait a minute. If he's not calling you, he's not setting up dates, he's not dating you. That's just it. Move on. Next guy.
You didn't even know you was not being dated.
I am being dated because the person is calling me and texting me and taking me out. It's just large gaps in between.
Okay, now that's called being entertained. Texting, calling you and going out, that's entertainment. You're being entertained. You're not being dated. Dated is when he's looking to see how can he share worlds with you. How can y'all build? What are you bringing to the table? What am I bringing to the table? Which means we have to have a level of vulnerability.
So, which goes back to a level of consistency.
I think, can I interject real quick? I think what you need to be doing is dating. And I think a lot of women don't date. They okay, I'm doing out with this guy right now. Go out. If he not going out with you tonight, go out with somebody else.
You're supposed to be dating three guys at a time.
Three guys?
Yes.
Having
Minimum.
sex with them?
No. See, there we go.
Nobody's.
There we go. See, when you're dating, you're not having sex. Sex is the fulfillment of monogamy. When you both decided that we're going to experience each other together and we like where this is going. And so now we're going to be intimate and take it to another level. That's sex. But if you are sleeping with different guys to just test drive and try them on, I wouldn't say that so much as you just giving away yourself. Your energy, you just giving it away. And then it's like a low self-esteem thing because then you just want him to roll over and be like, oh, you're the best thing and I want you forever. That's not how that works. He didn't work for it. What is he invested?
This is true.
How many times will somebody call you and say something, they selling something, they're giving something away and it's too good to be true, right? The first thing you're going to do is go, no, this too good to be true. That's what he's thinking. You gave it to him, you giving it up, you giving time, and he doesn't have anything to show for it. The work ethic? No.
Wow.
No. Stop being free.
Yeah, dating is date. I like my ex. She was like, when you single, you was going out with all these girls. I said, it's dating. I'm single. I can go out with who the hell I want to go out with. Doesn't mean I'm a man whore. Now, if it doesn't have to be sex. If it goes into that, great. If it doesn't, then fine. It don't.
Well, how do you feel as a man when you're spending a lot of money? and you going out on
That's on me.
That's his choice.
It's an expensive thing. Dating is expensive.
Would you say most people just don't know how to date or be in relationships or develop relationships?
I would safely say that most people have unrealistic expectations of dating. And it's partly due to societal norms and what we, personify as, the way to do it.
Okay, so do you agree with Steve Harvey's book, A Woman Should Wait 90 Days Before Sex?
That's bullshit.
I think that a woman should wait however long she needs to wait.
Exactly.
I don't think it has to be 90 days. There's some guys that'll screw another girl and wait for you for 90 days.
Yeah, I'm waiting. Yeah, you waiting, but I ain't waiting.
So I think a woman should wait until the relationship is monogamous.
And you have to have that conversation. I think a lot of times when people don't have that conversation.
Absolutely.
Women in their head, I'm in a relationship. I ain't in one.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I would agree with that. A lot of times a lot of people I notice, even just listening to other friends and girlfriends and guy friends, a lot of people are confused on what their status is and where they stand with the other person. Here's the thing too, I don't understand about today's society. We have all these women's rights and women saying, I'm equal, I'm this and that. But then why does it always fall back on the man to make the decision on whether or not you guys are in a relationship?
Okay, well, I
think that's mutual.
Slightly disagree on that a little bit. I see it as whomever is bringing the masculine energy to the relationship is the man. And it doesn't have to be the man who brings masculine energy. So every relationship is yin yang, right? Masculine and feminine energy. So if I chose to be the man in my relationships, that means that I go out and I hunt guys to date. I ask him out. I'm the one who initiates things, right? I'm in control of the relationship. There are a lot of women who, like you said, with Women's Lib, who are presenting masculine energy, but then once they get the man, they want to flip it and become the feminine energy. And the rule to this is once you've chosen your energy, that's it. And that's where that
once you've chosen your role in the pack,
you can't switch it. Either you alpha or you beta.
Yeah, right.
You can't switch. And so I think for a lot of women, they'll be like, well, I'll ask him out. He's cute or whatever. Now, if you're asking him out, then you're the chick that's going to be on Instagram proposing to him. You that girl.
Because you've already established that relationship.
If you want to be feminine energy and you want to pick up a guy, you smile and give him eye contact for 5 seconds.
Would you ask a guy out there?
No, I don't really ask men out. I'll try to give off the energy that I want to be asked out. But if you don't ask, then it's just like, didn't work out. Maybe it just the cards wasn't meant to be. It just wasn't in the universe.
So you don't be like, hey, you hungry? Nothing like that.
Nah. You know why I don't do that? I don't be like, I don't establish that or ask men out is because like you said, you now become the chaser, and most men need to hunt.
They do.
And if you don't allow them to hunt,
you have to hunt. There's always a
what
hunt.
about? Okay, so I was talking to a friend the other day, and they said that when you're dating, you should allow the man to make the plans because men should be planners. A woman shouldn't just initiate plans. What are your thoughts on that?
Absolutely. And the problem is many of us have been single a long time and we like what we like, and it's a little bit of control. We want to know where we're going so I can know what to wear and know what kind of shoes. And I wouldn't have wore Spanx if I known we would come in here, all of that. So you have to be open to how he loves. And that's what you're trying to experience. So don't give him input.
Okay, so nowadays, go ahead.
No, I'm saying my dating out here now kind of changed things up. I'm kind of new back into dating. The first date with every girl I'm going out here is noon at Starbucks, and I ain't got to spend more than $10. Let's get a vibe. If we like this, then we'll move forward. We'll have lunch or we'll have dinner. If we don't, then we'll go our separate ways. No loss,
I agree.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Because you don't invest in
stuff. You don't invest in them.
But is that a bad thing that a man isn't investing a lot in you? Because I would agree that, men have to make investments in order for them. Everybody protects investments.
I think it's fair the way that he filters women to see if he wants to invest in her. So a lot of times men just look for beauty and they're okay. They just want to go and just, roll the dice. Like maybe she'll sleep with me if I just take her to a nice dinner. So for some of them, it's more of a gamble. But some guys have their own filters. Some guys want to be on websites and text you a little while to get a feel. Some guys want to exchange social media to get a feel. So everyone has the right to filter how they filter, but you get to choose if you are comfortable with that.
I think that makes sense. What do you think, Sean?
I like that. Yeah. That's how I feel like when I'm out at Starbucks, she gets to choose if she likes the vibe too. And if
because sometimes you go out with somebody and you don't
feel it.
Then you just don't even.
You don't waste a night.
Person. Yeah, night. So yeah, Starbucks is quick. A lot of people in LA don't really have jobs and shit to do during the day. So it's like the perfect thing to do. It's like, bitch, you ain't got nothing to do. You don't work. You looking for a job.
It's the perfect thing to do.
Let's go to Starbucks real quick. Catch this vibe. Let me see if I want to deal with your struggles and call it a day.
I've gone a couple of days like that. One girl, like we sat down, we talked for an hour. We didn't feel it. It was no hard feelings or nothing like that. We just didn't talk anymore. But I didn't waste she didn't have to get dressed up.
Yeah.
I didn't waste no more than an hour of her life. Yeah. Or she didn't waste no more than an hour of mine. And we kept it moving.
I can say that some of my best friends came from Tinder.
Oh, for real?
Yes.
Oh,
some of my
Tinder
best
popping
friends
right now.
We were like swiping and we went out on a date and we just became like supportive. Some of them I feel like brothers to me. Like I'm the youngest, so my brothers are way older than me. And I feel like finally I have brothers. Like, and they talk to me about their dates. And so I'm just always open to the possibility of whatever it is. I don't limit it. So if we go out on a date or whatever, I'm not forcing it in my head and in my energy. This gotta work. This gotta be something. No, I'm just open to the possibility.
Have you gone on Tinder?
I don't like Tinder.
So you have gone on?
Yeah, I've been on there. Sometimes I go swipe, but I don't communicate with people on there.
Why?
Because I just don't feel the vibe on there.
Online dating, period, or just Tinder?
Yeah, online dating.
Okay.
I prefer to
Tinder.
meet people and interact with people on just a personal level, like immediately. I just don't like going on there. I don't like wasting time. And sometimes conversation and time, I can meet someone and get a different energy vibe. It's just like when sometimes you talk to somebody on the phone, but if you text them, you don't get the same energy or vibe. You can't read it. Mm-hmm. To me, going back and forth on an internet website, online dating website, I'm not catching the vibe of you. You know what I mean? And sometimes I'm weary with somebody gonna attack you. People can easily find out who you are. More so when people meet me, you just meeting me versus online. You could literally start Googling and finding out information about me and stuff like that and then be on some other shit. Mm-hmm. So I'm weird about that.
I got you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Have you ever thought about a dating person, like, those dating agencies?
Broker?
Yeah.
Oh, they got dating agencies and brokers?
Yeah.
They had a whole,
how much that shit cost?
They had a whole reality show about
I know,
that.
matchmakers, but how much that shit cost, though?
It varies. Like anything,
level
yeah.
of,
how much you want to spend?
Or I could hook you up with somebody there. I don't know. Let me think about it.
Okay, think on it. What about when you're dating someone and then you guys get on the topic of, hey, do you want kids? No, I don't want kids. Oh, damn, I want kids.
Well, I've been there. I've dated. I don't want any kids. I don't want to get married. I never had any. I've had a couple of close calls.
Oh, he got a couple of kids in heaven. Rest in peace, Sean Larkins. Kids up there in heaven. I know you watching over him.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Hilarious.
I've had a few close, but no, I don't want any kids. I don't ever care to get married. I've never been close to being married. I don't want to get married. But
why? Did you come from were your parents married?
For a hot second, I think for like a year before I was born.
Oh wow.
Yeah, but I've always been different. I don't know. I think I'm a little selfish when it comes to that. Like
a little selfish.
A lot selfish. Then okay.
I think marriage is a really bad investment.
I think too.
Why? So you think people should never get married?
I don't think that they should never if they enjoy it, but I think that they need to really understand what they're doing. Basically, you are taking a feeling of love and now you are locking it into all of your financial assets forever. And the only way to get out is to pay to get out.
Yep. Sounds like an escape room to me.
Okay, so marriage is equivalent to an escape room.
I want the kind of marriage that's not legal. I want us to do it at the park and we love each other in front of people, but it's not.
No paperwork binding you together.
Boom. I'm not paying you for the rest of your life, alimony.
But still but you better go do this in Arizona because California is still, ain't it legal? Ain't that something legal?
I think don't they have a what is it called? Common
law.
Common law. I think you have to live together for a long period of time.
Yes.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Most people, if you're in a relationship, you don't think you should live together. I think that's one of the things that comes with it is living together.
But I
over
can
time.
always, I don't know. I think I can get a good lawyer to fight that because I can easily say we're roommates that have romantic intrigue. So that'll hold up.
Professional scammer.
That'll hold up.
You know, okay, so we didn't answer the question. So what happens when you have someone that wants kids and someone that doesn't want kids?
I'm okay with that.
But can they be in a relationship?
No, what I'm saying is once you're getting to know the person, that's what you're filtering out. Will this person be a match? For me, I don't necessarily want children, but I don't want to not have children. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
If it happens,
but if you
great.
put it out there that you don't like kids, then that's just what you don't want.
Right. So my thing is I don't want to, if I get pregnant, I don't want him to be like, well, you said we never have it. I'm like, let's do this. You know what I mean? But I'm not trying. Does that make sense?
I think me personally, I think I'd be a great father if it happens. I'm gonna be awesome.
Yeah, all right.
No, I'm gonna be great, but
you gonna
I
get
don't.
your baby one of them jean jackets you got on right now with the stones on it. Little baby Sean with the damn jean jacket with the stones on it.
Stupid.
But he gonna get his
And a
airbrush.
golf shirt.
And a golf shirt.
Airbrush. This nigga don't know if he going to golf or to a night.
Hey man, I was up late last night. All right. I was up on a Tinder date last night. No.
I was with you last night. I ain't on Tinder.
I know. But I don't care to ever do it. If it happens, cool. If it don't.
So should I enter into a relationship with someone like this?
No.
If I say I don't want, so
No.
how do you exit? A relationship?
Let me tell you this. My last 3 girlfriends before my 3 girlfriends have all gotten married after me.
Yeah, because you ain't.
I'm the setup man.
You make a nigga. Yeah.
I'm the setup.
I don't know that you're a setup as much as you are a broken open. Broke my heart open, and I done went to therapy and got my life together. You a
and
catalyst.
I found the man of my dreams.
Right.
A
Right.
catalyst.
A catalyst.
John Larkins is a catalyst, and
I'm
there's a
the
whole bunch of
catalyst.
men out there that are catalysts. Like
catalyst.
Future. Future is a catalyst ass nigga.
Damn.
Because
Don't he
Sierra
set you up?
left him and got with Russell Simmons and her
life has been great.
Wilson, and her life has been great ever since.
She living the best Instagram life I've seen for
Exactly.
relationships.
I
Because
know.
you know it's some stuff.
You know
Like,
some
you know
shit
it's some
somewhere.
stuff.
You think they got something going on?
Everybody does.
Everybody. Do.
Everybody.
You know some arguments about Future at least once a week.
Not once a week.
Yeah, at least once a week argument about
Everybody
Future
does.
son.
But you know, here's the thing. A lot of people want to talk about deal breakers a lot, but my thing is challenge yourself to talk about what can you handle? What are you willing to put up with?
In a relationship.
Yes. Can he have 3 baby mamas?
No.
See? It's like can he be missing the first 4 teeth?
No.
See?
I mean,
Can he have a
I think
prosthetic?
if you got a whole prosthetic, no. But if the 14, we can get that. We can get that.
Oh, a nigga can't go out you because I ain't got a leg. That's what we doing?
Yeah.
No.
But people
Because I like to. I don't. I like to walk fast. Okay, like,
can
hold
he
on,
have
baby.
other women tattooed on his body?
Yeah, that's cool.
Okay.
It's in the past.
Okay. See, this is what I'm saying. Can he smoke cigarettes?
No.
See?
Mm.
It's like, what are you willing to
Can
put
he
up
be
with?
an asshole?
I don't do well with them because to me that's like bullying, so that triggers in me something. I don't do well with those kind of guys.
Being an asshole is like being a bully.
I'd rather have a
God
passive-
damn, you be dropping.
Come on now.
You be dropping.
She dropping some gems.
Jewels.
I'm
Yeah.
writing shit down
Okay.
over here.
Y'all need to be writing this shit down. Hey.
I'm putting this in
An
my phone.
asshole is a bully.
It's a bully. It's a passive
It
aggressive
is.
bully. I don't do well with those. They
Did you
trigger
take college?
something in
Did you
me.
take college courses on
When she
psychology?
say trigger something in me, you can see this such a Angel Gaze is such a calm woman. Y'all gotta make sure y'all watch this video. It triggers something in me, but I can see her turning straight with a goddamn knife. Nigga, I'll cut your dick off.
No, I don't see that at all.
When she say it triggers something,
She
when
seems so-
a woman
she
says
seems so
something,
cool
trigger
and calm.
something in her.
I just know my
Triggers.
limitations and my triggers, and I remove myself from fight situations, all of that. I know how to go, I don't have it.
Let me
I'll say to myself, I can feel, I go, I don't have it. So I'll end conversations a lot. I'll say, you know, at this point, we need to have, it could be whomever, the supervisor need to come in, the police need to be here, because I don't have it after this point. And so I
I'm
announced
responsible
that.
for my actions
Boom.
from this point
And so
forward.
then I
She did a blank eye on you.
Boom.
Boom. Wink eye. Boom, boom, boom.
So I can feel energy to know people who are capable of pushing me. And that's something really important in relationships. If you know that you're with someone
Who triggers you.
dances around your triggers, don't do it.
So women do that.
dances
Women do
around-
it on purpose.
A lot of men dance around triggers too.
They dance. They dance.
They
dance.
just do a little two-step like,
Yeah.
hey, bitch, I know what's triggering.
Yeah.
I'm going to
Yeah.
step in real quick, step
Exactly.
back out because they see you get pissed, step back in. Ooh, they dancing to the day, but love on your triggers.
Mm-hmm. Especially guys who know maybe you have some abandonment issues, some self-esteem issues, things like that, and they just want to have that leverage or that upper hand. Some people like that. Women do it too to men.
Absolutely.
They know that he may have some sensitive issues with his mother, or sensitive issues with the baby mama,
Yeah.
and
Sorry, John. I didn't mean to say
No, that's not me. I have a very average penis. Thank you.
Daphne,
I have an extremely average
Average
penis. Yes, thank
Daphne, you are the queen of undertone. You hear me? You.
You know I'm a hot ass mess.
My dick is like the Clippers. It's like, I ain't going to win the championship, but we going to get to the playoffs.
We gonna get to the playoffs.
We going to get in the playoffs. We ain't
How
going to win
we
no
get
titles,
here?
but you know.
Oh my God, that's funny. Oh my God. Exactly. But think about it. I'm going to ask Sean, what are some of the relationship things you're willing to put up with?
You don't want kids, so would you date a woman who has kids?
I will.
How many?
I prefer.
And they call you daddy?
Oh no. Not that. Now that would be something I would have to get to know these kids.
Uh-huh.
Like, I'm not, just because you're you don't mean I'm automatically they daddy.
Right.
Okay.
I wasn't participating in the fun part of it. Why I got to be in the bad part of it? Why I got to be locked into that? So
Sean sound like the type that'll just leave and knowing he was supposed to throw the birthday party and he's like, me and your mom ain't together no more. I'm out.
And then take the cash out all the cards at the birthday party.
no,
And go ahead and pocket that and say that was for his time. Lost.
I'll put it like this: if me and you dating,
They gonna
and-
pay me.
if me and you dating, and you do have a son or daughter or whatever kids, I don't want to meet your kids for like 6-7 months.
6-7 months.
I don't want to meet your kids. I'll be honest. You know why?
You think somebody should meet kids early?
Yeah, I don't want to meet your kids.
Before 6 months, definitely.
I don't want to meet your
Why?
kids.
Because
no.
I think it has to be because those children can get attached.
Like, that's the thing right there. I don't want to be attached to your
there's-
kids and me and you don't work out. It
there's-
happened to me before.
Okay, there's a difference between meeting children and bonding. You need to meet their kids and be around their life.
You shouldn't
So
be
that
introducing
you-
your kids to every guy that come around though.
Well, first of all,
Because we live in a very fickle dating world
okay,
right now.
first of all, you introduce them at a nice place like Chuck E. Cheese. You know, we're not talking about being at their house at 8 o'clock at bedtime and they're in pajamas. I mean, there's ways your kids will meet lots of people. They have teachers and all kinds of strangers in their life. There's a community. And so when you say, hey, boys and girls, this is Mr. Sean. That's it. Not this mama's boyfriend.
I know, but me and you sneak off into the photo booth at Chuck E. Cheese. Your son ain't
Why are
stupid.
you being that disrespectful at Chuck E. Cheese? There's other children around.
And trying
you
to
little
dick somebody
pervert.
down your ass gonna go to jail
No, my godson to this day.
and be registered as a sex offender.
offender.
From
And you
Chuck E.
ain't
Cheese.
touched no damn kids. You just had Chuck E. Cheese touching on the mama.
Taking pictures.
And now your ass can't get a job
Lord.
at CBS.
Well, I can get a job at CVS. How about that?
If you touch kids.
If you touch
Y'all
kids,
killing
right?
me. Y'all killing
But
me.
my godson to this day is from my ex-girlfriend's son. And after me and her broke up, like, he's been in my life for 20 years. And we have a bond to this day. But I couldn't do that with every woman I met that had kids. That's too much
That's
invested
too much.
emotionally. Like, I wouldn't want to do that.
And do you still spend money on this child?
He grown now.
Yeah. But
So-
you did.
But I mean, if he calls me for money, I'll send him money. I mean,
you can't have that bond
you
with
can't.
everybody.
You can't have that bond with everybody's
That's,
kids.
that's what I was
Mr.
saying.
Sean.
It's a difference.
Mr. Sean, right.
It's a difference between meeting children and bonding with them. And I think as a woman, like, I don't have children, but I'm just going to safely say if I did, if I were in the dating field, and I'm 44, you see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't have a year to date you and then you meet my kids and then you don't get along with them.
Yeah.
I don't have that kind of time.
What if you
Or
meet
to
him? You
see
don't
your
get.
interaction around children.
Come on, I might be a bad parent.
Or
and
you could
need
get
to see
along,
that.
or you could get, or you can introduce him early, and you don't get along with the kid. Then they gonna wind up breaking y'all up for some other reason.
And I'm gonna tell you this: when I date men with children, I am definitely interested in the way they discipline and how much time they spend, because I don't believe in spanking children. So that's a deal breaker for
Some of
me.
these kids need their motherfucking ass beat.
No, they don't. No, they don't. Everybody in prison got their motherfucking ass beat. No.
There's a lot of people.
Get whoopings.
There's a lot of people in prison that didn't get their ass beat, but they doing a lot of white collar crimes. So.
Yeah.
They got beat up. They got beat up.
It's a girl I'm really kind of dating out here, but we can't get serious because her son is really fucking her life up. And
How old is he?
He's 15, and like he's really ruining her life. So she can't even focus on nothing because he's
focused on him.
Yeah, he's fucking
trying to stay out these damn games.
Yeah, he's fucking her life up.
Because that's the man in her life.
Yeah.
Oh, that's another thing too. A lot of women are in relationship with their son.
Absolutely.
And non-sexually, but it's a really bad thing, especially in the black community where women are actually in relationships with their sons, and it messes up their dating. It messes up the son inability to meet women and stuff like that, because the father has left the house and it's no man of the house. So she have therefore appointed her son the man of the house, and she depends on him for all emotional needs.
And that boy been in the bed with you for 12 damn years.
Yeah. Non-sexually.
Not sexually, but he's still in there.
He laying down. He sleep. He waking up.
He can't go to sleep without mom.
When you sad, he wondering, do you need something catering to you? Yeah, that's a big problem out here.
And those are the kind of guys that grow up and have very difficult relationships with women. Those are the ones, because
I was dealing with somebody like that who told me that his mother was like his girlfriend.
Yeah, if a boy
and his sister was like his mama.
Oh,
and
wow.
I was like, wow.
Yeah.
And it's crazy because people like that don't even believe that they have emotional issues.
Yeah, if a boy is not respected by the time he's age 10, then he's going to be garbage.
That's why, speaking of that, that's kind of a deal breaker for me. A woman that doesn't have a good relationship with her father or a male figure growing up, it's like I really can't. It's hard for me to deal with them kind of women.
Yeah, I would agree with that. And I would say a lot of black men have bad relationships with their mother.
I think the mother in the black community has difficulties with all of her children.
Absolutely.
Girls especially.
Yeah.
Because
that's a fact.
Black women raise women to be men. Be independent. Go to school. Get your own. Don't ask anybody for nothing. Don't be vulnerable. Don't cry. Don't show emotion.
And you've never learned what your role is in a relationship.
So when you do get into a relationship with a man, you see yourself as something to compete with instead of to be in partnership with, because you don't trust.
Let me ask y'all both this. I know you, Daph, a very independent, strong woman. I'm not sure. I just met you, Angel. Are y'all willing to submit to a man?
Absolutely.
Define submit.
Oh, okay.
I think I don't know. I guess it's your definition of submit. Are you willing to
cater?
Somewhat, not totally.
Yeah,
I don't need you taking 3 steps behind me everywhere we walk, but to let a man be a man. There's some women that really don't know how to let a man be a man.
I think that the verbiage has to be really defined, because what happens is when you say submit, everybody got their own definition. That's why before I agree to anything, I always say, define that for me. Okay. So I believe in scripturally where it says submit as to one to another, right? In other words, define who's going to have what energy in the relationship. So I'm choosing to be the feminine energy, which means that I am willing and I'm going to allow him to protect and defend me. Mm-hmm. So that means that in those situations, I will keep my mouth shut.
Okay.
I am the type that when I'm out with a guy, when I'm dating, if he has an issue with, say, the lady at the restaurant, then I talk, because it's girl to girl. If I have an issue with a man at the restaurant, he talk, right? Because that's man to man. Because when you are in conflict, basically the submission comes down to when it's conflict. It's never a problem when it's going great, right?
Yeah,
everybody's
absolutely.
happy. It's really when it's conflict.
Happy.
So like, for example, if we lived together and he lost his job, but he was providing for the family, my mouth is closed still on finances. I don't now get to say, well, I'm bringing in the money, so no. I slide him and he does whatever, because he doesn't lose his position
as a man.
Right.
You agree?
I agree.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I agree with that. Would you agree? You agree?
Yeah. Me personally, I've never been the leader type. I've always been more of an individual, but there's certain times in a relationship where, okay, I need you to fall back. And I've been around women who just refuse to take that role, to be that.
Because like she said, a lot of women are being raised to be men.
Well,
so they feel like they have to challenge you. A lot of relationships nowadays is about challenge. You're just challenging one another.
Well, I just want to say to that experience, to show you another way of seeing it too, did you give them a sense of security that you will handle it? Because a lot of times in relationships, when you said, I'm an individual, they sense that too. So that means that if I have to fight for your love and affection, I'm going to do that. But if you make me feel in the relationship the security that I need, whomever it is, the person who needs it, is that a priority for you?
You mean security as far as secure?
Yeah.
You mean secure in this relationship, or
well, like when you said
defending me?
Yeah, when you said in the situation, you said sometimes the woman needs to fall back, right? The reason why she doesn't fall back is fear. So there's a fear of losing something. So my question then is, in your relationships, is it a priority for you to eliminate feelings of insecurity and fear?
In this woman?
Any woman that you said you
No,
need to fall back.
I don't feel like that. No, I don't feel like my ex was my prime example. Like, no, she always all the time. She was like, "You need to make me feel this." I'm like, "That's not my job to make you feel no way. You gonna feel how you want to feel. I know I'm doing the right thing. I'm doing the best I can in a relationship. If you feel, well, then you keep it moving.
So that's hence why that's why she's fighting you, because you dismissed her feelings.
Yeah.
You just said, I'm not responsible for anything that you do or feel in this relationship. And so then my question to you at that point would be, then why are you here?
That's the same thing as me. Like I wanted to get the hell out of the relationship. And
that's the point. And that's why you don't care. Let me ask you another question. When you're in a relation, when you're dating someone, going back and forth, and you decide that you don't want to date that person anymore, you want to move on, should you have dialogue with them that you're moving on, or should you just go cold turkey and just be like,
don't ever ghost nobody?
I don't believe in ghosting. I believe that you can honor the relationship for whatever it was. And it's important to tell people how you feel. So the way that I dismiss is I'll say like, Sean, it's been a great time and I appreciate you. However, if we continue in any type of relationship, it will be just as friends. I honor and respect that.
But I met your son.
And he's so appreciative of you. Thank you for what you
deposited.
deposited.
Leaving me?
And so then, see, my trigger is happening, so I would go. I would go. See, you see that thing right there about? Yeah. Oh, it's a face to face.
Yeah, you got to do.
Unless he in another city or something, but for the most part, you want to honor the relationship, because you got to remember, no matter what it was worth something. You learned something. You grew. You had an opportunity to experience someone else's life. So I go by the mantra of honoring everything. Nothing is wasted. Nothing is ever wasted.
Nothing is ever wasted.
No.
So how do you diss them? How do you let them go?
He just leave.
I ghost.
That is not cool.
Yeah.
I've been ghosted, and it's not.
I will never talk to you for another day in my life.
Wow.
And sometimes I feel like I don't owe people anything, because
the problem is he don't even know. Like why are you ghosting me? At least tell me what the hell. Why?
If you press me, but if you don't press me, I'll just ghost you. Like I had someone recently call my phone, text my phone, a girl text from his phone saying, "Who are you and why are you texting somebody else's man?" Somebody I never met. I was just texting, had somebody introduced us, and he texted me back. He waited a couple days, or it was like 4 or 5 days, and he was like, "I apologize. That should have never happened like that," and I never responded.
I get that one. He know what that was about.
Lies. Niggas be lying is the choice of words today. We gonna choose to move into our meme of the day.
Woohoo!
My meme of the day is, there is no Photoshop or filter for your energy. Would you guys agree?
There is
when
no
you
Photoshop.
see somebody, you can read their energy, and a lot of us are giving off bad energy, good energy, negative energy, and I just think that you cannot mask or filter.
I can't hide mine.
Yeah.
I can't bullshit you. If I don't like you, I can't even
And
fake
if so,
it.
you are a sociopath.
That's what I was about to say. I slightly disagree because there are psychopaths and sociopaths.
I can't. Maybe
Toxic people all over the world. And there is a wonderful quote that I love that says, some people's fraud is so close to the truth that it will be a flaw in your judgment not to believe them.
Ooh, drop that.
That's deep.
That's
Isn't
true.
it something?
Gems.
So I would agree with that.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna move on to the trending topic of the day. Trending topic. So you know Nene Leakes from Real Housewives of Atlanta.
Yes.
So she posted on social media this discussion that she wanted to have. You find out your husband/boyfriend has been talking on the phone regularly to one of your female employees as just a friend, but you had no knowledge of it. Did he cross any lines? Asking for a friend since y'all know everything. So that's Nene being smart ass Nene. But he said, we never talk sex. I just needed someone to talk to. Okay, here's my opinion on that. My logic is that emotionally, cheating is worse than physical cheating. When you build a connection with somebody, a rapport, a strength of needing someone to talk to and lean on and depend on, that is the opposite sex like that, that's scary.
Yeah, that's wrong. You call your sister.
And you're crossing.
You can talk to your sister.
Yeah, your mother.
Yeah. If you need to talk to a female.
Somebody that is bonded to you by blood.
Right.
And not even your fourth cousin, because I am from the South and it's okay to have sex with your fourth cousin. Yeah, you can have sex with your fourth
She's
cousin.
had a couple.
Your fourth cousin you can have sex with. You agree?
No, I don't want none of them.
Your fourth cousin you can have sex with.
She didn't know they was cousins at first, but even after she knew, she kept on.
Yeah, you said it's already, if the baby a little slow.
Oh my God.
It won't be slow because it's not my first cousin. It's just my fourth cousin.
It's just a drop
What
of blood.
stood out for me in that was the fact that it was her employee. So you crossing
Two lines.
boundaries that don't even go together.
Okay.
So, right? So I would say
How do you even build a relationship and rapport like that? Okay, so when as a man, you could be friend, I could be her friend. You two are in a relationship, I'm her friend. You can have my number because, okay, hey, I want to invite you to a surprise birthday party or anything. But how do you even get the number and develop a relationship of an employee?
That's just wrong, period. There's no way.
So you agree as a man?
Oh, that's wrong. That's dead wrong. You don't. Yeah, no.
But listen what he said. We never talk sex.
I don't care.
I just needed someone to talk to.
You know it's wrong because if you thought it was right, then that would be a whole open thing between all of y'all.
Yeah, between
I
you
think
and your
it was
wife.
just him triggering her. He did it for the trigger. There's more to that story for someone to do that and then to respond, well, we didn't talk sex. See, that part right there, if someone is telling you this is bothering me and you're negotiating that person is trying. Yeah,
Ooh, people do negotiate in relationships, don't they?
That person's trying to trigger you. Yeah.
This a whole goddamn trigger. And I think that he has crossed the finish line. He has backflipped in that bitch and he has won the marathon because that is totally disrespectful.
Well,
and I hope we ain't talking about Greg leaks. Because that's what it sounds like.
You talking
and you
about bad?
talking down there to one of Nene's employees at the goddamn boutique.
Now, let me tell you something too, though. You all have to remember, Hollywood got different rules. So it could have been very well that they've been on set all day and he sat next to her and they developed a friendship.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Nene needs to be right here during those conversations.
But there probably were times that she was. And see, this is the thing about Hollywood. It's like they do stuff and then they want to filter it through regular life.
Yeah.
sense. And it's like, nah, boo, it's more to that story.
Yeah, and then you're saying female employees, one of your female employees. First of all, we know Nene does not have a job. If she's talking about herself, she says she's just asking for a friend, which that's just to water it down. But if she's truly talking about someone else on the cast, hopefully she ain't talking about Kenya, because Kenya a whole hot ass mess. So I hope
Kenya ain't talking to
Kenya.
Greg old ass.
Yeah.
Colostomy bag, Greg.
What?
Didn't he have a bag on the hip?
No, did he?
Yeah. That's why she wouldn't have sex with him. He had to pee in the bag.
Oh Lord, fix it, God, fix
You are
it.
from Atlanta, so
Yeah.
You would know. So yeah, we all agree.
Oh, definitely agree.
Well, I don't care if y'all agree or not. Because I'm Daphnique Springs and this is my logic. Thank you for tuning in. And I want to send out a very special shout out to Sean Larkins. Tell them where they can find you.
You can hit me on social media, Sean, SEAN _ Larkins, LARKINS. That's Facebook, that's Instagram, Twitter.
We get it. Do you have anything?
Christian Mingle. No.
Farmersmeat.com. He's on it all. Anything coming up?
Just started working on the road. I'm in New Mexico this weekend in Albuquerque, my first time ever there. So it's just going to be fun.
Turn up. Comedy.
Yeah.
Comedy.
Angel, you are very intelligent. And I do have some off-air situations to talk with you about. Because, goddamn it, I need you to fix my life.
I need your number, too.
I need Angel Gaines to fix my life.
For real.
Fix my dating life. That should be the name of your show.
Okay.
Fix my dating life.
Nice.
You should be the new person head of marriage boot camp.
Hey.
Real.
Hey.
You know, Daphnique speaking. It happened.
Okay.
Real.
Speak that into existence.
Can you speak something to me, please?
No, I ain't got nothing.
Shit.
Nah, I'm just joking. Lose the
Lord, she gonna lose my
bedazzle
goddamn
the
jacket. You know how long it took me to bedazzle this jacket? No, I didn't do it myself.
I was about to say the devil is busy.
Well, let me just tell people where to find me.
Okay,
How about that?
where to find Angel?
Yes, I'm on Instagram at angel.games. And this weekend I will be at the CKE at West Angeles Clean Comedy Show at Wanda White. And then on Sunday, I'll be at the Comedy Union.
Yeah.
So Saturday
and what's
and
all
Sunday.
your social media?
So Angel Gaines on Facebook.
GAINS.
Yes, GAINES.
See, that's why we had to get that.
I got you.
That's all good. Yeah.
following you now.
Angel.gains on Instagram. Y'all hit me up. Y'all have questions. I'm here.
She can answer and get your life right. Because a lot of y'all out there hoeing.
Out here doing
And you
the
wonder
wrong
why your
thing.
pussy is shooting out baby powder, which costs
Smelling like dump
cervical
truck
cancer.
juice.
Talcum.
Smell like dump truck juice.
Okay.
Oh,
So
goodness.
thank you very much for tuning into My Logic. Make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and let a bitch know that you fuck with her. Because guess what? To hit subscribe is free. Don't cost you nothing. You already listening. Go ahead and subscribe. Don't hate on me. Congratulate me. I'm Daphnique Springs. Thank you. Have a good day.